Hi guys, this video is brought to you by outtalk.co.uk for your post, pre-match and Sheffield Wednesday discussions with fellow Wednesdayites.
Hello guys and welcome to the Leeds United Sheffield Wednesday review. Now we are going to want to get much needed points in this game. I really are, to start getting into that playoff picture. Now it's going to be interesting to see how we play in this game and how we cope, because Leeds have been very good as they show, because they are top of the league for a reason. But let's see how we do. The team news is a good one. Let me show you the team sheet. So, the starting lineup is Dawson, Fox, Lee, Bannon, Winnell, Boren, Murphy, Reach, Longo, Iorfa and Uruguay. Keats is Hyde even. Keats' play, which I completely agree with. He deserved to keep his place. He didn't put a foot wrong, so why would he want to change that? The subs are Wildsmith, Rose, Harris, Pelopessi, Newhugh, Hutchinson and Hughes. Another youth team player on the bench, which I kind of like. I like the idea that he's gone with another youth team player on the bench. Starting to see what we got and letting the players know that the people popping up who are going to take places if you don't perform. So it'll be interesting to see what we do. So let's see how we get on in this game. Hopefully we can get all 3 points against Leeds, but it's going to be a tough game. So let's see how we do, and hopefully we can get all 3 points. So that first half I find it was okay actually. We defended really well, because I'm already seeing people having a go at how we played so far and going, this ain't good enough, it's too defensive, why are we not getting on? But we are defending really well, and that's what I like to see a little bit. Yes, we're not having much joy going forward, but we're not going to have much joy going forward. It's Winnell up top on his own. That's not a game plan, but we are short of strikers at the minute. So it makes sense why we got that kind of situation at the minute. Dawson pulled off some really good saves in this game to keep it as 0-0. So we got to keep doing what we're doing. We had our one only clear chance was really Murphy, but Winnell had a chance sort of blocked first, and then he went to go for the second, and that got cleared before it got to him. And Winnell made some really good runs in this game and done all right, but he's been very isolated. But for me, it's been all about how we defended. Big O, Yogari, I can't say his name, I'm going to have to learn it, did really well. Only had a couple of times where he got beat, and got beat, not, I won't say badly, but you can show he's a young player. But he had a period where he went past 3 players, managed to win up the free kick, and it slowed the game down for us. Leeds really should be ahead in this with how they played, really. But it's been down to some very good goalkeeping by Dawson and some good defending by us at times. They did have it in the net at one point, and that was Bamford. He had it in the back of the net, and you're like, oh, here we go. But it was offside. But it was a great bit of work by Borner with the offside trap. Yes, Leeds has had the best chances so far, but we've been well organised. We've been doing really well, and that thing, we've been organised really, really well at getting men behind the ball and things. But can we go on and push forward and try and get on the counter? And so far, the plan that Gary Monk used to frustrate them is working. They are getting very frustrated, and eventually it will hopefully lead to some mistakes. So we'll see what happens there. But it all depends on how we go about the second half. If in the second half we play a little bit better, then fantastic. But like I said, we really do need to bring up a better attacking situation going forward, and try and get someone in around Winnell. Try and see if we can get someone to play as a number 10 as such, just behind him, so we can have someone there, because he's not doing well at keeping all the balls at the minute. And like I said, he's too isolated. So let's see what happens. Hopefully we can go and nick one in this game, because it feels like it's going to be one of those games where, where someone is going to nick it and get all 3 points today. It just feels that kind of game. So let's see what happens, and hopefully we can get 3 points at the end of this. This second half, I'm not going to keep this picture up a minute, because this man loves scoring against Leeds. Atty knew you absolutely love going against Leeds. It's kind of one of those players who got a team who he likes to go against, and for Atty, it's Leeds. Fantastic. It just makes you feel good when it happens. Like I said, this man loves going against Leeds. He really does. But we'll get on to the second half now. So, guys, that second half, as you can hear, I am very, very happy about it, as are most Wednesday fans, because that was such a good game for us. We played very, very well, and we really, and it got sound daft though, and a lot of people saying, "Oh, this is too negative football. How is this? How are we going to go against something? It's way too negative." People have been going, "We've not done this and that." Sorry, but for me, that was played the way it should have been. Really was played the way it should have been. And you know how it was played? It was played smart, like really, really smart football. They had all the pressure. They were going forward, all of that. And at the end of the day, we did well. Yeah, they had some chances and a lot of corners in that game at times. And we defended really, really well. Winnall had a great second half. Well, felt he ran his socks off. He got subbed and Atty came on. Great. We do go 1-0 up in the 85th minute, I believe it was. And you're thinking, are we going to manage to keep hold of this lead? Because we know what we're like this season at throwing leads away. And we've just been really poor at it. And we make it 1-0. And to be fair, it's really weird because both Atty and Murphy have been up for a lot of criticism of late. And to be fair, they kind of gone, "Look, we've done this, and this, and done well." Reach was non-existent for a bit of this game. But Reach with the ball in for Atty to get the second goal was great. But we played really well. We defended really well. We did everything right in that sense. It was a bit gutting for Origi because he looked like he went off injured, but he did run off to the sideline. So hopefully it's not that bad. But at the same time, he did well. For his lead debut, he did fantastically well. Cleared it off the line at times and just played some very, very good football. The whole team did. I've seen a lot of people turning around and going, "This wasn't a good game up until we got the goals. We're too defensive, we're sitting back." But I believed it was the right thing to do. I saw how we were playing and we were just waiting for those little chances. And we got them. We got them chances. And we took them when they happened. And to say that Atty got a goal again in added time against Leeds, he did it when it was in the snow. And he's now done it this season. And he loves scoring against Leeds. 2-0 against the Leeds Leaguers is fantastic, and away from home. That just gives you so much belief. After the little run we had just before Christmas, winning 3 on the trot, losing 3 on the trot, and then having the situation where we got the win against Brighton, then you throw in Orega's, I can't say his name. I'm not going to call him Big O. Big O debut today in the league. Who did fantastically well. We done really, really, really well. Really did do well. Big doubt. I really, really enjoyed that game a lot. I thought we played some really good football and just waited for the chances. And when we got those chances, we took them. And that's something we don't normally do very often, but we took them. Like people saying, I don't see what Winnall give to the club. He's a little bit like Atty in that sense because he does a lot off the ball. And it's just nice to get this win. It's one of those wins which you get and you're thinking, especially when it comes to when we go 1-0 up and then you hit 5 minutes at a time, everybody knows that at a time we are massively bad at throwing leads away. Once we got our lead, we are bad at it. We really are. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in the next game. On, I think it's the 18th, our next game. Let me just check. Yep. Versus Blackburn at home. So let's see if we can get a win there. And that'll be fantastic. We are getting some good momentum again, which is what we need. Hopefully we'll have something in the in the transfer point of view, a loan or striker, because we did look like we could have done with someone. And to be fair, a lot of people were saying that we were going to really struggle without Fletcher. And yes, I kind of agree with it, but we've done well. We played some really, really good football today. Let them put the pressure on us and go from there. So let's see how we can do in the next game, but let's take this as what it is. It's a clean sheet, which was much needed. That's great for Dawson, and Dawson's celebration when you scored with the fans and Foxes was fantastic. I absolutely love that kind of passion, especially for someone who, like Dawson, who's a Wednesday fan, and he come through the youth team. That must have mean a lot. So let's go from there. It's 3 points. It's 3 vital points, and we will move on to the next game. But that is a fantastic win against the league leaders.
Don't forget to have your say at alto.co.uk after the match.